And now we are ready to talk pet talk with you, with Dr. Lucas Kandefer, local veterinarian, with Dustin Yurman, who is from the Buffalo Animal Shelter, with Princess, our most adoptable pet of the week. Good morning, gentlemen.
Thanks for having
Princess. We are not worthy. Dustin, you were saying Princess was just surrendered.
She was surrendered earlier in the week.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a moving situation and she was not able to go, which is probably the #1 reason that dogs are surrendered to the shelter. So I always like to say, this dog, when you're adopting, buying, taking an animal into your life, you have to think of where you're going to be in a year, where you're going to be in 5 years, where you're going to be in 10 years. And life happens, and we understand that, but sometimes you got to really just plan ahead. So she's a year old. She is as sweet as can be.
Well taken care of.
Yes, she's already spayed and microchipped. She's probably some sort of bulldog and pit bull mix, we think. Friendly with everything, just a happy-go-lucky girl. But she's got some energy because she's young, but as you can see, she also likes to snuggle.
She loves to snuggle.
And she's got the most mushy face
She just loves to be loved. And again, lived in someone's house, was very much loved, and is now ready to give that to you. So,
yes.
Dr. Kandefer, nice to have you here.
Absolutely.
What does a dog know about moving from house to house, from one family that loved her to another? Does it take long for them to adjust?
So unfortunately, it is an adjustment for them, and we see it with people when their situation changes, even in the same home. We can see dogs that end up having separation anxiety and different problems that you might not understand, because you just say, well, I can rationalize through that. My children have gone away to college, or there's just changes that they have to adapt to, and making sure we take our time with that and understanding what to expect. Talking to a veterinarian can really help with that. And just like Dustin said, planning ahead for what's going to happen in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, knowing what to do when you're going to be away, knowing what your plan is for, if you pass away, what can what do you have in place to make sure that your pets are taken care of?
The thing, though, to me, it seems like in Princess's case, and maybe dogs in general, the consistency, though, here is love, and that she's being cuddled and she's being cared for. And as long as that stays the same and she goes into another loving home, it would seem like that would really reduce any anxiety.
Yeah, and it matters. Some dogs are, depending upon their demeanor, some dogs are happier with change, and some dogs really struggle with change. Simple things people put in their backyard, their dogs can really freaked out by for a week or two, and you don't think anything of it. And when we do the same thing with our pets, a lot of people don't notice the small, subtle changes that say that we're not a happy dog, that we're nervous, we're anxious, and those are things that compound. And when we don't address them early is when we really struggle with that. So there are medications that can help to ease them through transitions for dogs that are more anxious. Princess seems like a really well-adjusted dog, and is happy to be in any situation. So coming into the show,
I would say you should really give the dog a few weeks to adjust to your new house to really see their true personality. Because it's an adjustment. As much as you want to explain to them what's going on, that you saved this dog and you rescued this dog, they don't understand that.
Right.
So they need just some time. I always say it's a 3-week period so you really see their true personality come out. Sometimes a dog that's very shy at the shelter can become very outgoing once he realizes it's home, or quite the opposite. Sometimes a very outgoing dog can actually be a little timid in certain situations, and you just have to give it some time to see where their personality lies.
Right, and I have read more articles online lately about cues your dog is giving you that you're not picking up on. So they really do send you messages.
Well, we run into situations all the time where people say, my dog never stops barking for attention, and it's something that typically we train into them. They learn that I get a response when I do this, and when they bark, you say, oh, that's really annoying, and you go to them. Whereas when they're young and they're just learning, they're supposed to bark. They need to let their mother know where they are when they're away and they're afraid. But if we make sure they know this is not appropriate in the situation, they adjust, they adapt, and we will train in bad habits just as easy as we try to train in good habits. And really focusing on those and knowing what you're looking for. Those small, subtle anxiety clues are really easy to miss. And even just going for walks and things, you notice, that little hesitation, that can build and build and build and become a real, even a dangerous situation when the dog feels they're cornered. They will resort to biting, even the best dog in the world, if they are terrified.
This is why you want to have a nice open dialogue with your veterinarian all the time, because this way you can help read those cues. Now, Princess is ready to go to a wonderful home. Princess has been in a loving home, and you can see in Dustin's arms she's content as can be. Many dogs are waiting down at the Buffalo Animal Shelter for that second chance. We want to thank Dr. Kandefer, and it is an important thing to think about your dog when you're going away or later in life, or when, like poor Princess, had to make a move. because her family couldn't take her. So there you go. Remember, the Buffalo Animal Shelter, just a great place to start your search for the perfect companion. As you can see, we got to get her to relax, you know, on TV. Hey, everybody, enjoy your day out there. Thanks so much, guys, for coming in.
Thanks for
We'll be back tomorrow with more AM Buffalo. Thanks for watching.